vehicular manslaughter for the fiery chain reaction crash that left 3 dead. Clarence Nelson, a former assistant basketball coach at Pomona High, and his wife Lisa were identified by the school as 2 of the victims. The school posted this tribute on their Facebook page. A colleague says Nelson had most recently coached at Rancho Cucamonga High School and was beloved by students and staff. As families mourn and investigators piece together the events that led to this deadly pileup, officials are once again urging drivers to stay alert and never get behind the wheel while impaired.
This is a tragic crash because, as I say, it was very preventable. If somebody had only been paying attention, if everybody was driving sober, this tragedy would not have occurred.
Now, the driver Singh is being held without bail at West Valley Detention Center. He is expected to make his first court appearance tomorrow. Reporting live tonight in Rancho Cucamonga, Carlos Salcedo, KTLA 5 News.
Carlos, thank you. President Trump is now sending federal agents to San Francisco following weeks of threats to deploy the National Guard to the Bay Area, just as he's done in other Democratic-led cities across the country like Los Angeles. The Trump administration is sending federal agents to the Bay Area for immigration enforcement operations. Governor Newsom says the move is part of a familiar strategy by the president to first send in agents to create chaos, then call in the National Guard to quell the unrest he created.
It's the authoritarian playbook. You announce your intention to send the military to streets, doing domestic policing operations. You wildly overstate or completely make up crime statistics that are not real, that do not justify such action. It's code red for our democracy.
According to the latest reports, 100 federal agents, including members of ICE protection, are en route at this hour to the U.S. Coast Guard's Alameda base.
The governor is sending the California National Guard to support food banks across the state over concerns that food benefits could be halted for millions of Californians due to the government shutdown. Food banks across the Southland have been more strained than usual as federal workers who don't normally need their services enter the 23rd day without pay.
Now food banks are bracing for SNAP and WIC to run out of funding by the end of the month. Sandra Mitchell live in Hollywood with more. Sandra.
Yeah, Micah, as we know, these food banks are a lifeline for so many families right now. They are already reporting a 30% increase in need across the state over last year. And tonight there is real concern with federal funding running out that they could be overwhelmed and depleted. It's mealtime at the Hollywood Food Coalition, and Deshaun Duncan is hungry and worried that he'll soon be without any other options for food.
If you don't have anything to eat here, where else are you going to go? Basically, it'll be reverting back to a life of things that you just don't want to do.
Duncan, one of more than 300 people who lined up along Hollywood Boulevard tonight, people who depend on government assistance.
We've already seen a rise in numbers of people needing to access food.
As the federal government shutdown drags on, 5.5 million people in California who rely on supplemental food benefits, sometimes called food stamps, could be forced to go without because there simply will not be enough funding.
You've seen the lines of people already around the food banks. So we are fast-tracking an $80 million investment. We're front-loading it to get them to food banks. And we're using the framework that we established during COVID to build out our capacity to deliver quickly food to those in need.
Governor Newsom today announcing he is deploying the National Guard to help pack and distribute meals at food banks and fast-tracking $80 million to help.
I get the max amount for a single person for CalFresh, and without that, I mean, wow.
The National Guard is expected to arrive at some food banks tomorrow, as many worry about what they would do without federal government help.
I would be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, everybody would.
By the way, if you would like to help the Hollywood Food Coalition, to donate or maybe to volunteer, we do have a link on our website, ktla.com. We're live tonight in Hollywood. I'm Sandra Mitchell. Back to you, Micah and Cher.
Sandra, thank you. California is increasing income limits for its mortgage relief program for fire survivors, allowing thousands more homeowners impacted by recent disasters to qualify. Governor Newsom announced today survivors of the wildfires with household incomes of up to $200,050 may now be eligible for the grants. Applicants must have a mortgage or a reverse mortgage. Those who apply can qualify for up to a maximum grant of $20,000. Applying is free and funds never have to be repaid.
All right, first look out here tonight with meteorologist Vera Jimenez. A beautiful night, Vera.
It certainly is. It's a little cool outside, but we've got mostly clear skies. And as you can see from this skyline view, that it is just lovely out there. The winds are very, very light, just a gentle breeze. As we look at those weather headlines, that low area of pressure is going to continue to exit to the right, or to the east, I should say. Expect minor daily changes over the next several days. We are going to see better clearing and warmer temperatures as we make our way into Thursday and Friday, and then by the time the weekend rolls around, of course, that onshore flow is going to be back, so will the cooler air mass, and of course, guess what? The clouds will also be back. Let's go ahead and take a look at the almanac for this afternoon. Yesterday, we were well above average across the region. Some areas today dropped by almost 20 degrees, if not 20 degrees in our interior sections. Downtown Los Angeles, as you can see, not quite as dramatic of a drop in temperatures, but we were certainly cooler than we were yesterday. At 74 degrees, we were slightly below average, but tomorrow we're going to start to see an increase in those temperatures. We'll take a look at the rest of those details and numbers in just a moment. For now, I'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Vera. The Palmdale City Council has approved the naming of Avenue Q in honor of fallen Los Angeles County Deputy Sheriff Ryan Klinkenbroomer. The road will be called Deputy Klinkenbroomer Avenue. The deputy was ambushed while on duty September 16, 2023. His attacker shot him as he sat in his patrol vehicle. Deputy Klinkenbroomer was newly engaged to be married when he was killed. He was an 8-year veteran of the department. The suspect has been charged with murder and pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity.
A $75,000 reward is being offered in a renewed push to solve the cold case murders of a young couple in South LA. 20-year-old Jonathan Plasencia and 21-year-old Brenda Aguilera were shot by a lone assailant while sitting in a parked car on East 48th Street on April 27, 2008. Witnesses told police that the gunman left the area in a green van. Today, the families are once again pleading for justice for the loved ones they lost.
Since that night, we've lived with unimaginable grief and countless unanswered questions. It has been 17 years since Brenda's death, yet our pain remains. Not a day goes by that we don't think of her, pray for her, and hope for justice.
3 other women standing nearby were shot by the gunman as he fled. They all survived.
Tens of thousands of dollars worth of copper wire stolen from a Mission Hills neighborhood. Tonight, LAPD officers have recovered the copper wire. They have arrested 2 suspects thanks to some vigilant residents, but the investigation and search for more suspects continues.
KTLA's Rick Chambers is live in Mission Hills, where he spoke with homeowners and has the surveillance video of the suspects caught in the act. Rick.
Yeah, Cher, it was the homeowner's son who first heard some noise out here early yesterday and thought it might be a possum. Then they saw 4 men on the security camera and feared this is going to be a home invasion. But then, as you mentioned, it turned out to be a copper